Life is not happening to you. That belief alone causes most suffering. Events occur. They always have. They always will. What disturbs you is not the event, but the judgment you attach to it. This was known long before us. It has not changed. You lose something. You are ignored. You are delayed. You are denied. None of these are injuries by themselves. The injury begins when you decide they are. The Stoics understood this clearly. There are things within your control, and there are things that are not. Your opinions, your intentions, your actions, your discipline. These belong to you. Reputation does not. Money does not. Power does not. Recognition does not. Yet most people live as if the opposite were true. They try to control outcomes. They beg circumstances to obey them. They exhaust themselves fighting what was never theirs. Then they call this struggle life. It is not life. It is confusion. The disciplined person begins elsewhere. They begin by asking one question every day. What depends on me? Not what feels important. Not what the world rewards, only what is truly mine. And once this line is drawn, something changes. You stop blaming. You stop pleading. You stop demanding guarantees. You act and you accept. This is not passivity. It is precision. The Stoics did not reject ambition. They rejected dependency. They did not despise success. They refused to kneel before it. Because the moment your peace depends on success, you are no longer free. You are owned. This is why the secret door is not success, not power, not money. Those things come and go. They obey chance more than effort. The secret door is indifference. Indifference does not mean neglect. It means non-attachment. You work without begging the outcome to validate you. You act without demanding applause. You move forward without bargaining for reward. This is strength. Most people cannot do this, not because it is impossible, but because it is quiet. The world teaches noise. It teaches you to announce, to display, to compare. It teaches you to ask, how does this look? What will this get me? Who will notice? The Stoic asks a different question. Is this right? Not profitable. Not impressive, right? And that question cuts deeper than any metric. So here is the test. It is old. It is simple. It is unforgiving. Ask yourself, if no one ever knew I did this, if there were no reward, no recognition, no advantage, would I still choose it? Answer honestly. If the answer is yes, then your action comes from virtue. It belongs to you. If the answer is no, then your action is borrowed. Borrowed from expectation, borrowed from hunger, borrowed from fear. And what is borrowed always demands payment. That payment is anxiety, restlessness, anger when the world does not respond as expected. This is why so many people feel exhausted while doing everything right. They are laboring for outcomes they do not control. The Stoic refuses this arrangement. They act fully, but they release the result. They plant the seed. They do not argue with the weather. This creates a different posture toward life. Calm under pressure, measured under insult, steady under loss. Not because nothing hurts, but because nothing owns them. The Stoics did not pray for outcomes. They prepared their character. They did not ask life to be easy. They trained themselves to be sufficient, and this is where most people misunderstand discipline. They think discipline is force. It is not. Discipline is agreement with reality. You do what must be done. You accept what must be accepted. You do not complain that the universe refuses to negotiate. This is maturity. This is why the will is quiet. It does not argue. It does not justify. It does not seek witnesses. It simply chooses and endures. The louder the world becomes, the more valuable this quiet becomes. Noise demands reaction. Stillness allows judgment. And right judgment is the foundation of freedom. In the next part, we will go further. We will examine how to train this indifference, how to separate effort from attachment, how to live with intensity without dependence. But for now, understand this: nothing external can improve you. Nothing external can diminish you. Only your response decides that, and that response is always yours. Once you understand what is in your control, the next task is harder. You must train yourself to care correctly. Most people suffer not because they care too little, but because they care about the wrong things. They give emotional weight to what is unstable opinions, outcomes, recognition. And they neglect what is stable character, judgment, intention, The Stoic reverses this. They place all value on what depends on them and remove value from what does not. This is not indifference to life. It is indifference to illusion. Indifference is not coldness. It is clarity. You still act, you still commit. You still work with full effort, but you do not cling. Because clinging creates fear, and fear corrupts judgment. To train indifference, begin with observation. Notice how quickly your mood changes when something external shifts. A message arrives, a number increases or decreases. Someone approves or ignores you. Your body reacts before your mind does. The Stoic notices this reaction and does not obey it. They pause. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lives your freedom. Most people never enter that space. They live as reflexes. The Stoic lives as a judge. They ask calmly, "Is this within my control?" If the answer is no, they release it, not angrily, not dramatically. They simply let it go. This takes practice. At first, it will feel unnatural. You will feel as though you are losing something. You are losing dependency. And dependency always resists being removed. Here is the next discipline: separate effort from attachment. Do the work completely, prepare thoroughly, act with precision. Then accept whatever follows. Success is preferred but not required. Failure is disliked but not feared. This balance is rare. Most people swing between arrogance and despair. The Stoic remain steady. They understand that outcomes are shared territory, partly shaped by effort, partly by chance, partly by forces unseen. To demand control over all of it is childish, so they focus on excellence of action, not guarantee of result. This is why Stoics appear calm under pressure. They already accepted uncertainty before it arrived. Another discipline follows: remove the audience. Ask yourself often, if no one were watching, would I still act this way? If this brought no praise, would I still choose it? This question burns away performance. It exposes motive. Whatever collapses under this question was never yours to begin with. The Stoic does not live to be seen. They live to be aligned. Alignment creates strength. Strength creates calm. Calm creates authority. Not authority over others, authority over oneself. And self-authority is the only authority that lasts. Now understand this clearly. The world will not reward this immediately. Indifference does not trend. Discipline does not announce itself. Self-command does not advertise. You may be overlooked. You may be misunderstood. You may advance more slowly. Accept this. Speed is not a virtue. Direction is. The Stoic plays the long game because they are not desperate for arrival. They are already sufficient. This is why the will remains quiet. It does not argue with noise. It does not compete with chaos. It waits and chooses precisely. When insult comes, it asks, "Is this true?" If yes, it learns. If no, it ignores. When loss comes, it asks, "Was this ever guaranteed?" When success comes, it asks, "Does this change who I must be?" The answer is always the same. No external thing can improve your character. No external thing can damage it. Only your response can do that. This is the final Stoic position. You are not here to be rewarded. You are here to act well. You are not here to be praised. You are here to be correct. You are not here to control life. You are here to meet it properly, and when you live this way, something unexpected happens. You become difficult to disturb, difficult to manipulate, difficult to break. Not because you are hard, but because you are grounded. The world remains loud. It always will. But you no longer confuse noise with meaning. You listen for something else, the quiet signal of your own judgment. And when that judgment is trained, steady, and free from hunger, you do not rush. You do not beg. You do not perform. You move. And whatever follows, you accept. That is the Stoic way. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more content on building a stronger mind.